The Battle of Vaslui, fought in 1475 between the Ottoman Empire and the Kingdom of Moldavia. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here with another 1212 AD battle for you today, and this is another historical battle. As I said, this is the Battle of Vaslui, and this is a huge one. We have a huge armies here today as the Ottomans crash into these Hungarian lines here. Yes, the Hungarians are here supporting Moldavia as they were in history, and oh my gosh, look at that sight. It looks beautiful, it really does. And the Ottomans are going flying on in, and that was actually probably one of the worst charges I think I've ever seen. It's very anticlimactic, but yes, this is the Battle of Vaslui. It was in history I believe an Ottoman victory, not a Moldavian victory, sorry. I thought the Ottomans win this one, but they do not. The Moldavians win this one, and they have a tiny army in comparison to the Ottomans. The Ottomans have somewhere between 120,000 men, and the Moldavians have somewhere around 40,000 men. So there's about a 3-to-1, and the Moldavians managed to turn this one around. They have the help of the Poles and the Hungarians in this one. I don't know whether they actually have the Poles in this battle, but they certainly have a Hungarian army. And the Ottomans have the support of Wallachia in this one, but Wallachia did not actually engage in the battle, so I don't know whether the Wallachians are going to come up into this battle. There is a lot of Ottomans still on this side, but as you may be able to tell, the size of the units pretty damn big. It's 240 per unit, most of these, and the cavalry is like 120, I think, for some of them. And this is 75, so that's the general, of course. Yeah, 120 here for like the Scipii cav here, insanely large. So we are using the double unit size mod, which I will leave in the description if you want to go and check it out. It's just basically a sub mod that makes all the units double the size. Pretty simple. So yeah, if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link for that in the description. But yes, if you're new to the channel and would like to see some more 1212, especially more historical battles, I'm really getting into like Ottoman history again. I've had a little bit of a break from it, but I'm playing quite a lot of it in EU4, playing the Ottomans, and that's kind of got me back into it. So I definitely want to try and do some more like Ottoman scenarios. If you want me to try and do some more, let me know in the comments if there's any ones in particular you want me to do. And also, like I said, yeah, feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel as we work towards 6k subs. I was about to say 12k. We're a little bit off that. But as you can see, these paired guard here just cutting down these Hungarian knights who are currently, I mean, they're trying to battle with these Scipii who are actually losing, which is kind of surprising. Yeah, but they are actually losing to the Hungarian knights, who are very, very nasty. I don't know if these are the ones in black armor. Yeah, they are. I think the Hungary's knights look amazing in black armor. Look amazing. They really do. But I actually don't really know a lot about this battle, to be honest. But yeah, I thought this was a Romanian. It's fought in Romania. I thought this was an Ottoman victory, but it is not. In fact, to be honest, I thought at this point in like history, the late 1400s, the Ottomans were rolling over Europe, going into the 1500s as well. But no, apparently not. Apparently, the Moldavians managed to win this one and hold them back. I certainly need to probably read up on this battle a little bit more. But yeah, it's a really cool one. And if you want to get involved in some of these really cool scenarios that are happening on the channel and being featured on the channel, then feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. It's the best place to get involved in some scenarios, or also if you want to get involved in some like streams. Like we had a 1212 stream recently. If you want to get involved in that, feel free to join the Discord, because then that's probably the best way to get involved in them, because you get to know about them first, you know when they're coming out, and also you can join like the VC, and we can. That's probably the best way to get involved in streams, is if you're in the Discord and join VC. But yes, anyway, we've got these Moldavian Cavalry horse archers here. These guys going around in circles, matching the Ottomans who are going around in circles as well. It's all just circle chaos over here. And yeah, these pole arms here are getting like gunned down. I mean, I would focus these guys down more than I'd worry about the horse archers. I mean, horse archers, they're fairly accurate, but they're not like insanely accurate. And certainly, I mean, this pole arm's going to cause a whole lot more problems for your infantry than it's going to cause for anything else. Also, everything being double size unit means the Moldavians have a huge culverin battery over here. This is 16 guns here. That's insane. And there's plenty more like spears and cavalry back here. We've got lots of other stuff. I believe this is like probably all reinforcements that are yet to arrive. So that'll be fun to see them join the battle. And we are seeing Haramis now start to break. This is a little bit concerning over here for the Ottomans, but they're sending in some despot spearmen. I mean, these are all probably like just Greek and Bulgarian spears that are not really loyal to the Ottomans. They've just been subjugated by the Ottomans, so they've been forced to join them and fight for them. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna have to see how these guys do. These despot spears are pretty good, if I remember correctly, from like the Bulgarian like Ross. They're pretty good. Yeah, look at this over there, the cav. I mean, this Scipii cav. I mean, it's not the top Scipii cav, but it's pretty good, and it's getting cut down. I'm really surprised. But yeah, the shields and like the artwork for these Eastern European factions is amazing. If I can find one, like these Hungarian knights over here, they got some really cool looking shields. I mean, in fact, the Moldavians have even better ones. But yeah, look at that. It looks amazing. It's like a little deal like that. It's great. It looks really good. Let's see if I can find some Moldavian cav. I don't know if there's any still alive. No, I don't think there's any over here. But yeah, they are pretty good looking as well. I mean, these gunners here as well, they're probably causing all sorts of problems with this Scipii. And the Scipii could have charge? Probably not. They are getting gunned down. And gunners, even with even if they miss, the morale that they do, the morale damage that they do is pretty key as well, because that actually is more and more important. I do apologize, it is a bit laggy. Obviously, the double unit size is actually what is causing the issue at the moment. There is, well, a good 20,000 men on the battlefield at the moment. Well, there was more than that, but they are dropping. The Ottomans, as you can see, lost about 2,000 already, and the European coalition, as we'll call it, the Christian coalition, has lost about 1,000 men. So if they keep this up, they are going to do just fine. But yeah, they are scaring off units over here. Oh, this might be some, and this is King's Bodyguard. Hungarian Knights, this is all Hungarians as well. I don't know where the, oh, these are Moldavians, the Kateni here. These guys, just their shield design looks really cool. I don't know what it is. But it just looks so cool. So cool. Like this one in particular. Look at that one with a cow on. Looks beautiful. Really does. We're about to see some horse archers here, some medium bow cavalry. They're going to go rushing on in. And they could go after these Martellosis here, which is like, I believe Martellosis is like a Greek sort of like sword unit that are fighting for the Ottomans. The Greeks have been subjugated since the Byzantines fell. Sad side, but yeah, those that medium bow cav meant to really go in there. It's probably lost some cavalry for that. But we are seeing like another wave of Ottomans coming across now. And this is the Wallachians, a mix of Wallachians and Ottomans, it would seem, coming across here. Seeing some Janissaries coming across. These are actually a pretty scary unit. These are tier 3. I think this is supposed to be a tier 2 battle. Oh no, maybe it is tier 3. Oh yeah, it's definitely tier 3. I mean, of course it is, sorry. Because it's 1475 is the date. Yeah, well after 1212. Everything is tier 3. Bar things like, I saw the Haramis, they definitely are tier 2, yeah. Those Haramis are certainly not at the same level as some of these other units. But yeah, these Haramis getting cut down by spear walls here. Like, look at this. The Haramis can't break through these large shields of the Hungarians. And the last thing they see is a spear darting out from between two shields and just stabbing them in the gut. There you go, look at them, all gone, broken. They heard being stabbed in the gut and they were like, nah, I haven't none of that. We've got Janissary Billmen here. So we've got the cream of the crop of the Janissary Corps here. These and the gunners. Janissary's obviously the famous units that fight for the Ottoman sultans. I mean, these shock infantry here, they're pretty battered, but they're gonna have to go in once more into the breach against these Martelloses. And look at this, Despot Spearmen, they're wavering 130 men. I mean, I don't know if that's good or bad really, because they've lost half their unit in fairness. Haramis over here, still wavering. I just feel like these Haramis aren't that great. They're just not that great. They're fighting various spears in here. Martellos is going rushing in. And they're actually going to catch all this medium bow cav out. Look at that. This is a problem here now. They've lost all of it. Well, not lost all of this cav, but this cav's now going to either need supporting or it's going to need so it can pull out. But it looks like it might just pull out anyway. It's a bit of a risk, but it might be worth it. Cow, I have a feeling, is going to be just so much stronger now to like take on. Oh, the guns are moving. The guns are moving, and they're firing. Oh, I wonder what their first target's going to be. I mean, they've got just incredibly good range. I mean, if anything, I would just be charging with the Catenary here. Just charge this Catenary and charge and hit these Marzoses. What are they going for? I just saw the guns fire. I guess it's going for this big blob over here. No, it's going all the way over here. Fired straight into some Janissary archers. Not a bad target. I mean, there's plenty of targets along here. I could go for these, like, Payet Guard in the back. Yeah, back lines. Despot Spears. All really good targets. Janissary shock infantry going in, but there is, like, pole arms here. This is not a good charge. Not a good charge. Do not do this, Janissaries, to yourself. All these Ottomans. Brave fools. The Hungarians holding strong over here. They are starting to kind of get beaten up here in the middle. There's this dismounted Catenary, which is like the dismounted cav unit. They're getting beaten up by a polearm unit here, actually. I don't know why they engaged this. I guess they have to hold the ground, though. Like, the European forces have to hold this line that they formed here. It's a really strong line at the moment. I mean, it was at the start. It's a few cracks showing. But, yeah, this line that they're holding, they've got to hold it. They can't retreat a little bit, because otherwise it just undoes the rest of the line. But you can see here, there's a lot of Scipii going in. This is the elite Scipii now. That's going against the King's Bodyguard of Hungary and Hungarian Knights. This could be problematic over here. I don't know whether he's got anything to really send in. No, it looks like Hungary's kind of a little bit spent on this flank. But we have a general here. We have one of Moldavia's generals. A Void Bodyguard. Can he go in and maybe change it up, maybe charge in? They are breaking Hungarian Knights. It's not good. And the spear support. That's not good. They could do with the archers or the gunners coming in, but there you go. Another general going in. With a Void going in. This could be a big risk here, but he charges in and tries to change his battle here. Gives a nice little flank onto the Ottomans. And see how he can do in that fight. But yeah, wavering across the front at the moment for the Ottomans, but there is still more to come. The Ottomans are not yet out. And though it's close, 8,400 against 6,900. It's very, very close. Artillery is flying in. What's it going after? It's going after all of these archer like spears here, and the general has died. That is concerning. It's Hungary's general has fallen. Hungary is now without a general. They are leaderless and clueless. And yeah, they'll probably start to break. I mean, Hungary makes up this entire left flank. This is a very big concern here for like the Allied forces. Hungary is out of that fight there. And I mean, also we're still waiting on the remaining, like, Moldavians to join the fight. I don't know when they do. They've got to be joining soon, I would have thought. Look at the shield wall. What is going on here? Nothing's actually happening. No one's fighting each other. What's going on? Yeah, they're still fighting under here. It's got some Vlastacisi. I guess these are like a Bulgarian maybe unit or something like that as well. They certainly are an Orthodox unit. You can see on their shields they have like the Orthodox, like Byzantine sort of look to them. So that'll be interesting to see how they do. Yeah, these spears still holding the line. They need these reinforcements. I don't know when they are start to arrive. I mean, there's gunners now firing and spears moving. Things starting to happen over here. They have actually Hungary's got gunners over here. What are they doing over here? Hungary, you should have been over there supporting your own front, because it's all kind of going a bit pear-shaped over there. Though they are still routing stuff, and we've still got healthy Hungarian shock here. I mean, there's also a general here, there's Pay Guard. I don't know whether he's been cut down yet, but they surely can cut him down. There's a lot of cav on this flank, though, here for the Ottomans. And the Ottoman cav can now just go into the backs of all these gunners. And yeah, this is not a good sign for Hungary. Just if the Ottomans do this correctly, they can just slowly go down the line and cut things down. The Despot Spears here also helping to cut them down. And yeah, I mean, the big flank here. All that's being held back, holding them back is crossbows, and it's not going to be enough. The crossbows go in here. They can hit them hard, and then all they need to do is just swing in some swords and spears around this flank. And yeah, that is a real problem. These shock infantry here might want to retreat and then maybe engage these pole arms. I know it's not what they have to do, but they need to hold this flank somehow. So someone needs to go in. The spears should hold for a while. These Hungarian spears are pretty hard to kill. I mean, like, look at this formation that they have going on here. It's a spear and a polearm combo. It's just being... The polearms are just getting gunned down. I mean, they're using these archer spears, which is such a nice unit for Wallachia, by the way. If you, like... Wallachia is not, like, seen as, like, the strongest faction, but it's got some very handy units, and this spear unit is one of them. It can just be a bow and a spear unit. So it's very good anti-cav. Very good anti-infantry as well, because the spear is almost like a polearm. Yeah, lots and lots. I mean, here we go. It looks like now this army over here has been mobilized. And now it looks like they can swing in and maybe threaten the Ottoman left, or the which is like the Christian right. But it seems like the Ottoman right is doing very well right now. You can see these culverines here. They've moved up quite a long way. They've also just gunned down this unit. Oh my gosh. They just knocked this unit, like, a lot of cavalry there just went down falling. Really good shots. I mean, they're going to get charged here, looks like, by the Scipii. But there is a general here, the Void's bodyguard, that is ready to maybe save them. In they come. In come the Scipii. Running them down. And it looks like the Void, even though he promised he was going to protect these cavalry, he's like, nah, actually, I'm not going to do that at all, Chief. We've got some different cavalry coming over instead. Boiari coming over. But that might not be enough. This cavalry in here might be routed. And there's still more cav to come. And they're routing what remains of Hungary. That is a shame to see. And there you go. The Hungarians are gone. And now even more. I mean, they're not quite gone, actually. There's a couple left. But yeah, even more of the Ottomans have spill round. And this flank that Moldavia has, it's sort of like holding at the moment. That might need to start to turn and prepare for incoming Ottomans. Oh boy, there's a lot of them on their way.
My men have given up and are running for their lives.
This polearm fight here is a bit of a vicious one. And these are Vlach Guardsmen. So Wallachia is very much engaged in this one. Change from history. We are seeing Wallachia very much participate in today's battle. We've got some, there's a light, shock infantry. These guys literally have clubs. And they are fighting heavily armored cav. They're going to have a rough time, I feel. But we'll see. And they did a pretty decent charge. They could do with maybe some gunners or some archers focusing these guys on. They are only light shocks. They must be very vulnerable to archers. Also, I mean, just the best way to deal with horse cav like this, just shoot them with gunners or with bows. You deal with them very easily. But yeah, the cav already also starting to waver over here as well. Oh, look at this. Light spears at 128 men. They're wavering. I think that's because they're getting in the way of their own gunners. Yeah, gunners definitely are damaging their morale. Over here, though, is turning into absolute chaos. Moldavia's general and a load of his cavalry now really much heavily engaged in this, and there's a lot of infantry here that can support the Ottomans. While it doesn't seem like Moldavia has got any support here for his cavalry. Cav fighting is a bit chaotic to tell who's on whose side a little bit. I mean, you can kind of tell from Moldavia, they got the funny old shields. And I guess the Turks don't really have that. They're kind of the most heavily armed. They're just the heavily armored guys wandering around with bows and spears in their hand. It looks like they're winning. Look at this. They're routing all these Janissaries. That's actually huge. Janissary shock infantry being routed. There's a load of swords selling in Mozneni for Vlachia that are fighting in here. Despot spears. These are going to be the problem, though. They might want to retreat the cav and send in like some basic shock infantry, like some basic infantry, but I don't think they've got any really. They've got this tiny little dismounted Kateni here, but not a lot. But it is very close. Look at this. Numbers are extremely close. 3,500 against 4,400. I'd say that the European forces have the cav advantage, but only just. And they could easily be turned around with one fatal mistake. I mean, you got to think these cavalry are charging into massive infantry formations. You also got to think some of the battles I've covered are probably this size at the start of the game. 3,000 against 4,000. We're actually near the end, we're like coming towards the end of this game. And we're at the same scale as battles that are, like some of my battles that have started. Like a 12-12 battle starts with like that sort of number of men. That's insane. This battle has just been insane. And I mean, this general has done a really good charge here into these Mozneni. Really done a lot of good damage there. I mean, these archers, actually, these light bows are winning in combat. I guess because of the support of that general. They could do with taking out this Payet Guard general here. Take him out. That might also help with the chain route. Down here, though, as you can see, still battling on. Cavalry chopping away at all various infantry down here. This can only go in favour, though, I'd have thought, of the Ottomans, though, because this is infantry. I mean, the spears, for instance, they're fighting cav down here. Cav can't do too great against spears in combat. Over here, though, look at this massive chain route by the Ottomans. I mean, they're getting some really good shots with their gunners and archers into the rear, routing a lot of light shock here. I did tell you the best way to kill that light shock, just gun it down. And, I mean, yeah, they are now kind of taking up this flank over here, really doing well. I mean, they're routing stuff really quickly. Vlachian serfs. I mean, it seems like it's all Vlachian stuff here that's come in. So they are not as good as the Ottomans. And it shows they are slowly routing. But over here, this is where the main push is by the Ottomans still. It's really, really close. It's going to come down to the last few units. It really is. Vlachian serfs routing some spears that just, I don't feel like they were ever really wanted to be in this battle. They just routed 220 men. Yeah, I mean, so the Vlachian serfs, they're going to go soon. They need to get some cabs and to just mop up these, like, these crossbows or something like that. Serfs here being routed by some of those light spears. Still got 2 culverines here alive, by the way. I'm not quite sure how. How many guns do they have? This is an entirely another gun set over here, I just realized. So they had, like, at least 24 guns. It's insane. I didn't realize they had that many, Moldavia, at this battle. Are these, like, swords surrounded or something? Yeah, these archers are surrounded. It's not a good spot for them to be in, really. You get fighting Payet Guard as an archer. Is history going to be changed today, or is it going to be staying the same? We'll have to find out. I mean, it's going to be close. It's going to be incredibly close. But that the Ottomans got one step closer to victory here, routing this archer unit.
Our men have given up and are running.
It is going to be very, very close. There's still 7 minutes in it. There's about 300 men in it. The cav definitely is in favor of the Christian forces. They've got a lot of cav and actually quite a lot of range. Very little infantry. They've got some of these pole arms. I mean, it also doesn't look like they're shooting their own guys in the back a bit there, they look like. But they're taking on these desperate spears and they're doing just fine. More men breaking. It's not a good sign. These halberds breaking. They're very key halberds at this point. These halberdiers here breaking. They could really do, like I said, we're taking out this pair guard. I don't know why he's knocking folks down, or like rear charged or something. They really need to do something about that. These black guardsmen also really nasty to take out. They're going to be a pain.
Units have rallied and returned to the battle.
But I mean now, yeah, look at this. Now is the time of the cavalry. They're going to charge in, take on these janitary archers. There's a general here also as well. This is the Sultan by the looks of it. The Sultan of the Ottomans is here, doing his bit. I mean, with these janissaries now, they're like, Sultan, save us! We are your men. We are your bodyguards. Save us. I don't actually know if the janissaries really were the bodyguards. They were just like the elite troops of the Sultan. I mean, look at this. The cav going flying on in, taking on these Mozneni here. Don't know if they got the greatest charge in history, but yeah, they are battling away and retreating. Guns as well, still doing their bit. I mean, I think they might be trying to general snipe, but I'm not entirely sure. If they are, fair enough. I mean, it is that time of the game where anything is required to win. I mean, right now, if the Moldavians want to continue to win this battle in history and in total war, if they want to win this battle, they might have to general snipe. I mean, they're getting charged currently by light shock infantry. It is extremely close, and the balance power now has shifted in favor of the Christian forces, as they've got the number advantage, but not for long. I feel like these pole arms here are wavering, and they could break any moment. And also, if you weren't aware, there is a 12.12.80 update coming out soon. They did announce in their Discord, they were like, oh, the update has been delayed because it was supposed to come out on the 12th of the 12th, but it should be coming out soon this month. So definitely stay tuned for that, and there will be plenty more 12.12 content coming when that is out. And you can see the pet guard, they are getting focused down, these poor guys. Just so vulnerable to archers, the pole arms. And there's an archer firing line here, but enemy general is dead. There you go. Oh, we have a general over here, the Sultan, who went in after the guns, the culverines. He's actually been killed by one of the Moldavian generals there. So that is huge. The Sultan has fallen, and now are we about to see another general possibly die here? I mean, there is also, like, I don't know if this general's died. He must be dead. I mean, he's about to die. I think here he's wavering. So that could be huge. And, I mean, the general over here and the cavalry here needs to quickly come and mop up the Moldavian general if they can do that. Yep, there you go. That general has just been killed. So Moldavia is now down a general. So I think they've lost 2 generals each, maybe? Oh, no, no, I feel like the Christian forces lost 3 generals. They've only got 1 left. And the Payet Guard have just broken as well. So that's a big problem. It's going to literally come down to whose general survives. This is an incredibly close one. From, like, we started with 22,000 men on the battlefield, I think, if I'm correct. Yeah, 22,000 men on the battlefield. It's going to come down to the last sort of 2,000 on either side. And it could go even closer, to be honest. It could come down to the last few hundred. Broken the swords there with the cavalry. Just need to keep their cavalry alive a little bit longer. These gunners as well. They can just pin units with their spears and then just shoot them with the gunners. They've got a chance. But yeah, the gunners here, they're going to try and get a volley off perhaps. Nope, they are running again. Look at this. Ottomans in the being very aggressive, and they need to be. They have no range, as you can see. I mean, the gunners like that need to be careful when they fire, because they are also routing their own spears. They need to be very careful. I mean, they turned around and had a shot, and this may do enough damage to kill these Voynich archer spears. They have broken them. I mean, the artillery here, yeah, you can see the cavalry's just going to just try and gun down generals. It's going to try and gun down infantry. So this is why they need to be aggressive, the Ottomans. They need to keep rushing these guns. They actually hit the general. Don't think they killed him. They hit him, though. And he's just running to the other side of the battlefield. He's like, I am not being anywhere near those guns. You can't escape them. You can't escape them, General. Valakia's General is definitely getting sniped very hard. It's a sad way for him to go, but it may be the way he gets killed. He's not still been killed yet. He's got 19 men left. These brave 19 men. I thought they were going to charge into the archers, but they're charging into different ones here. Needs to be careful. I feel like Moldavia will quite happily take out anything to kill that general. Archers their own. I mean, look at this. This is a major problem now for the Moldavians. They've got a big blob up here of Ottomans and Wallachian troops. Seems like they're going to countercharge, though. They're not interested. They're going after their own enemy archers. Like here, the Janissary archers forming shield wall, though, so that's going to stop that charge from being as effective. You can see gunners over here. They're doing their bit. They're also still trying to shoot down this general who is breaking. He is starting to break. One more charge. And there you go. He's gone. And that might be the battle. If he breaks and if they kill him as well, that is going to be a chain rout. I mean, there is still a few Ottoman units sitting around, but I don't think they're going to last much longer either. A good rear charge there by the Moldavian general. He's going to chain rout. Oh my gosh, hold your fire, artillery. It's causing all sorts of problems here. And there you go, a chain rout. And a Pyrrhic victory for the Moldavians. Oh my gosh, what a battle. That came down to the wire. From a 22,000 man battle to, well, literally a few hundred men. But yeah, thank you to Sachex for sending this one in. My god, what a battle. And we're going to have some insanely good kills here because the size of the units are just going to be massive. But yeah, well done to Sachex, to Sir Andrew William, to God, and to Mythic, all playing as the Christian forces. Well done to Cyrus the Great, to Kaiser of the Germans, Jakku and Targan Darkbane, all did a really good job as the Ottomans as well. It's a really, really close battle. Everyone played exceptionally well. But yeah, we'll quickly go over some of the kills. We'll look at Sachex's first. 182 kills with his Vivoid bodyguards, 289 with the spears here, 410 with his halberdiers. Oh, very nice. Dismounted Koteni, 295. These archers getting 236. And then he has a load of cav here, 144 with this Kurteni. And then his more heavily armored horse archers getting 403. And then we have Andrew William, who's literally playing as just a load of guns. He had a load of artillery and some cavalry, and that was it. He's got some insane kills here. 244 with his general, 299 with his Boiari, 238 with his Boiari, and then all of his artillery, 396, 277, 276. Wow, good kills. God playing as the final Moldavian army, 231 kills with his bodyguards here. And then we've got his spears here getting 221 kills, the best one of these. Then his archers getting 58, the best one here. Then we have Mythic playing as Hungary. His general getting 88 kills before he fell. 422 kills with his shock infantry, but all of them did really, really well. And then we've got 525 kills with these polearms. 463 with this one. These guys got insane amount of kills on their own. And then the crossbows here, 167 kills. 220 kills with the gunners. 498 with the guns, 527 kills with the gunners. Oh my gosh, some insane kills. 104 kills with the Hungarian Knights. Actually pretty poor in comparison to some of the other cav and his kills there. But then we got Cyrus the Great playing as one of the Ottoman armies. 148 kills with his Janissary shock infantry, his Janissary polearms. 115 kills, Janissary archers. 166, his cav. 520 kills, 279, 398. Some really elite cav here doing really well. Kaiser of the Germans playing as sort of the allied armies. I would have said there's a lot of Bulgarian and Greek units here. 224 kills with his Payet Guard though. 196 with his Despot spears. 158 with his Voynuk, hit 109 with his swords here, and then 165 with his horse archers. Then we've got Jakku playing as the Voidship of Wallachia, 143 kills here with his bodyguard, and then he's got nothing insanely good here. 98 kills with these archer spears. His sword's getting 166, the best one in his cav getting 137. And then we have Targan Darkbane playing as the final Ottoman army. He was the Haramis who got sent in first, the first wave. So he had a rough time. 106 kills with his Payet Guard. 136 kills with his Scipii cav. But yeah, like his infantry did not have a fun time there. But there you go, guys. That is the Battle of Vaslui. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.